Good evening, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us on the Ohana High Vibe Tribe show. We're so happy that you joined us today. Tonight is Friday night, and let me tell you, it was quite a week. And usually we have a show on Mondays, and we will have a show on Monday, but today it's a special segment because life did happen to one of us this week, and life happened to my beautiful Debbie. So Debbie, hi. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. I'm doing good. It happened really like Monday, so it's still very raw for me.
Yeah, I get goosebumps right now. I mean, so folks, even us, like we've been through so much through our life, and we thought, sometimes we got this under control, we figured out things, but let me tell you, life still happened. And Monday, something happened to Debbie that shook me to my core. Debbie had a near-death experience. So I'm just going to read what happened so it will help me to keep it together.
It's okay to cry.
Yeah, I'm ready. Sorry, I didn't even start reading it.
It's okay.
So Debbie had an internal tear and lost almost 4 liters of blood under 20 minutes. She was rushed to the ER in an ambulance, and her blood pressure dropped down to 50 when it should be 110. Excuse me. She needed 4 liters of fluids and 2 units of blood to keep her alive and to keep her stable. After she fully recovered, Debbie really wanted to reach out to the emergency staff and paramedics and surgeon for saving her life. If it wasn't for them, she wouldn't be here right now. She wants to meet them and thank them in person, and you will. Debbie?
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being brave to open up and to share what happened to you, because by sharing your story, it's going to show people that life does happen and that you can hopefully find a way to make it through. So Debbie, can you talk about what happened to you on Monday? So,
take a breath. It is difficult to think of. I might not have been here very, very easily. Thank goodness I had an amazing friend there who was smart and called 911 immediately, and they came immediately. And within under 20 minutes, I lost over 4 liters of blood. It was I didn't know what was happening. I wasn't in pain, but I was able to stay calm, as calm as you can when something like that is happening to you. It was very intense when you think it's your last minute and you really, really, yeah.
I know. Well, the hardest thing, like we talked a lot, you and I, and something that really touched my heart is like, it was serious. You knew, and you could feel something was really wrong. And at one point, you felt like your life was leaving.
Yeah.
Like, how do you stay strong?
When I was in the emergency room, we had like probably 10 people in there trying to get fluids in and IVs in and poking me, and I was losing blood so fast, and the doctors and nurses were just incredible. I'm always been kind of a chatterbox, and in order to keep my own energy up, I started making jokes to the staff and communicating with them and letting them know that I'm still here. Please include me in this because I need to know what's happening. I need to know if it's my last breath. Please just tell me, like, so then I can experience it, right? I was able to connect with them and communicate with them, and anytime that I wanted to know what my blood pressure was at, because I have an ability, an amazing thing that I can move it up if I want. So I'm like, just tell me what it needs to be at and I'll get it there. Like, and that might have been wishful thinking. I don't care, but it worked. It really worked for me. And keeping connection with those nurses. And there was one nurse who, I don't know how I got her, but she was amazing. She had this headband, this wrap that her mom had made her in the hospital. Everybody had their masks on, so everybody looked the same. But on the front of it, there was a word "dick" written upside down. And I couldn't stop laughing. I'm like, okay, you gotta stop laughing. And then she turned around and it was like right in the center, "dick." I'm just like, oh my goodness. But that's also short for Richard, my son. So all I could think about is my son, you know?
It's like he was hit there with you, and
Yeah.
you could use that as, like, sometimes it gets so bad you just need a little bit of light, and that was the perfect timing, the perfect nurse.
I was scared. Yes, I was definitely scared. I was definitely really thinking about, what am I doing right now? Like, what? Just things just flash for you, through you. It's just, it was difficult to get through. It definitely rocked my world. That's for sure.
Yeah, you go through all the emotion. Not to take away from the experience, but I had a bear attack in Whistler. And I remember I had my 2 children, and I had to do Sophie's choice, which is I could either save my son or my daughter, because I told them to stay. I say, stay with me, kids. I'll defend you. I had an umbrella. That's all I had. And then my son, he was really little, and he started running away. He didn't listen. So I went through all these emotions. I was so angry, so sad that I was going to lose my son, or I couldn't defend him, that he didn't listen, and I love him so much. And oh my God, like I can't live without him. So you're near death. Like, you must gone through all these ranges. Like, I can't believe I'm going through this. Oh, I hope I make it. My kids are.
I was very, very present in the moment, right there and right there. There was a point where I started feeling my life leaving. It was really difficult, but I'm so grateful that I'm smart. I'm so grateful that I am resourceful. I looked at the nurses. I'm like, I'm really tired, and like, don't go to sleep. I said, you need to tell me not to go to sleep. You tell me to stay here, and I made them demand me that I stayed, and that's what kept me there. Is those nurses saved me.
Thank God for them. I'm so grateful that they were there to keep you alive and to keep you there. Like, you had to be told to stay, you know. And
I just needed that reminder, because I was tired. I was so tired.
Well, yeah.
I lost so much blood, and it was so cold. I remember, because I had to put 4 liters of fluid in me. I was so cold and so.
Were you shivering and stuff?
Oh yeah, shivering, and I was so cold.
Oh my gosh. And then there was another part of the story. You told me that at one point they asked you to do a will.
Well, my mom had come in. I'd phoned her, and she was on her way. And they were going to they packed everything and were going to take me to the emergency room, but I had to wait for my mom to come in, and they weren't going to let her in. But I'm like, she needs to come in. Like, so she came in, and I'm like, I need to write a will. As they were wheeling me out to the OR, I was writing a will as to where my son would be.
How must that be?
Oh, it was so difficult.
Oh my gosh.
And I didn't know if I'd wake up after the surgery, and we went into the surgery room, and being me, I started communicating. There's like 4, I forget their names, but there's 4 of the same people on the same operating team. It was just incredible. Like, go over there to her. I'm like, which one? Because there's like 4 of them. Oh, not that one. But we were making jokes and still laughing, and I was telling them all my corny jokes just to kind of keep the mood light. And the surgeon who came in, she was just so incredible, and she treated me so much respect, and she held me, and just like, she didn't even need to hug me, because I just could feel her energy just letting me know that it's going to be okay. Like,
so I remember you said by keeping it light, it allows them to focus also.
And me,
right?
like, I laugh through pain. I laugh through experiences that are difficult, because laughter to me really helps me get through hard times.
Yes.
So, and I don't feel that when people are afraid that they can make the right choices, or they sometimes make the wrong ones, because they're so rushed. So even the doctor, he was saying, "No, I'm not." He said something about his brown hair, and I'm like, "No, you got some gray hair." And they're like, "Oh, patient's responsive," you know. Like, I was telling jokes and like just keeping it light for my sake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. And after all the procedures were done and you woke up from surgery, how did you feel?
The first thing that I heard in my head when I
Yes.
woke up was Elton John's "I'm Still Standing."
That's
It
the
was just,
title of the broadcast. I'm still standing.
yeah,
There
yeah.
you are.
That's why. It's because that's the song I heard, and it was just a celebration. It was just like everyone, all my angels, everybody was just celebrating, like I'm still standing. Yeah,
That's the perfect song.
yeah.
And then so emotionally you were there. And what about physically? Like, could you stand up?
Yeah,
Or
I was fine. Like I was by 10 o'clock I was able to leave. I left and it just felt like, wow, like they do this every single day. They don't even know how many people's lives that they're saving. Like I really feel like I really want to say thank you to them. And like I want to give them something special. I'm not sure what, but whatever I can think of, they just saved me so much. They
oh,
saved my life. Like,
absolutely. And then your son has his mama and everybody. Like my life wouldn't be the same without you. So I'm free. I want to do a party. I want to do a parade too. So so the other thing I wanted to ask you is, how does it feel to receive blood from two different people? Like you had
it's
to.
life changing. Life
Yeah.
changing. Like I can't even explain what it feels like because it's here. So I'm still working with it. I'm still processing. Am I the same person because I have different blood in me, or am I just
Yeah.
a little bit of a different person because I lost so much? So
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. And then maybe you got superpowers now. Hey, like you got
Don't say that
like
too loud.
oh, it could be a blessing. So that's, it took a team to make sure that you're here, but you're here. Like the miracle happened,
Yeah, and
and
I was doing this meditation. It's called Angel Prayers by Kyle Gray, and I bought the book. I was just guided to buy the book like I don't know a week ago, and
yeah,
on Audible. And so I'd listen to it every morning. And there's 3 different ones, and it's 45 minutes. So every morning and every night, and I would get used to that. And while I was sleeping, I would subconsciously listen to it. And that's what I like doing is subconsciously because sometimes when I'm conscious, I get distracted. I have ADHD, monkey mind. So when you're subconscious and you're sleeping, you get it, you download it really well. And while I was there, I wasn't praying for them to help me. I wasn't praying for them to, I was thanking them. I wasn't saying, please help me. I was saying, thank you for saving me. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, angels. I know I'm in capable hands. Thank you for saving me. And that's what I attribute it to.
wow. We should share that link maybe.
Yes, it's called prayer affirmations. Affirmation
Okay.
prayers. Instead of asking for it, which is coming from a lack of, you're saying
Yeah.
thank you for providing, thank you for saving me, thank you for healing me, thank you,
Oh.
and gratitude.
Oh, gratitude is huge. So, wow, that's so much. I just had a few more questions, if that's okay.
Oh yeah,
Um,
completely.
so you're doing well now, and you're feeling you have an appetite. You can eat. You
I'm
can.
not too hungry, but I've been taking iron pills to supplement the blood
Oh
loss,
yeah.
and drinking a lot of water and trying to get to my veggies in and I'm eating, but I'm not that hungry.
Okay. So, Debbie, what have you learned from all this? Looking at it,
Whew.
like
After having that near-death experience, after
yes,
losing that much blood, after being in that much frantic, it was just so frantic. Everybody's hands are like it truly, truly, truly humbled me.
yes,
It truly, truly humbled me because it was a very intimate tear. It was very
yeah.
like I really humbled me. I've learned to not take things for granted. And I
Oh
know that
my
a lot of
gosh.
people say that, but every single day that I wake up, I say, I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be here. I'm so grateful. Even when my son is misbehaving or giving me some attitude, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Because I'm here and you're here. I'm grateful for you. Thank you. And I think and call those old people, call those people that you haven't called and you don't want to regret one day if I should have called them. Well, you don't have that time now.
I know that your experience, your near-death experience, like it rocked me. It rocked me. I was so shaken that like it, not just me, but everybody on your social media, like everybody stopped
Yeah.
and we're like, and then I'm getting goosebumps again.
Oh.
It shook me so bad that I'm like, I have to live now. Well, the next day I went to see you and brought you some chicken soup and I
Thank
just
you
had
so
to see
much.
you. Yeah, you're welcome. I had to see you. And then I went to the music store and I always wanted to get this Fender ukulele. And I just said, F it. And I went and got it. And
Oh, I'm so
it's
happy
like,
for you.
and it's red and, it's cute. And I'm looking at life differently because of what happened to you. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure your son, like even your son says he wanted to make you breakfast and be like, just come on, and you're so loved. You're so loved, Debbie, by so many.
And that's also what really taught me a huge lesson is how loved I am and how much support I had. Like it was just so beautiful. And I still have so much support from everybody, and I'm so loved, and it just
Yeah, so put that, you gotta wake up tomorrow morning, and that really happened. Like I remember when trauma happens to me, I wake up in the morning, I'm like, holy smokes, this really happened. Like it takes me a while to process it. So give yourself permission. Like it'll take time to.
Yeah, it gets bad at night a little bit because the space has energy and time has memory, and it happened in my bed at nighttime. So before I go to bed, I feel really anxious. I just get this anxiety. I need a new bed because there's my mom and sister had to come clean up, and they couldn't get everything because it was 4 liters of blood within under 20 minutes, right? So
yeah. I think I like your idea. We'll do a fundraiser, everybody. Get a new mattress.
Yeah, I need a new mattress, guys.
And then so the other question I had, but I think you kind of answered, is how did you stay calm throughout the whole thing? Is you used humor mostly, right? Or was there other?
I'm really good in crises. I've always been very blessed to be able to know what the right thing to do is and take action and remain calm. And like I was able to remain calm. I could see the faces on the nurses, how desperate they were, like how worried they were, how, oh my God, I've never seen this before. But neither had I. So we were all in this together. We were all one team is what I felt. And it wouldn't have helped if I was hyperventilating or crying or anything, right? So somebody's here. That's weird.
Do you want to get it, or
no?
How do you want to? No,
I don't think so. They have something. They have something.
Okay, they can leave it. Right? They can leave it at the door.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the dog's going to surprise. This is live Facebook, everybody. We get surprises. You know what? Oh. Okay, so the good thing, I'm trying to look at positive things through all this trauma, is when you're in emergency now, Debbie, you know what you made of. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was extreme situation and you were able to keep it together.
It taught me, and it gave me so much confidence in myself.
Right? Because not everybody's got, like, I don't know if I could have done a good job. Like in me and trauma before, I was more like, right? But maybe I'm a little bit better now. But the way you handle it, you should be proud. Like you're great under crisis and pressure.
Thank you. I've learned from the best. My mom, and she just she says ass down, head down, ass up, and both arms just to swing, and just keep going until you get it done. And I wasn't giving up. I remember saying, I'm not fucking leaving. I'm staying here. I'm not leaving. It's not my time. I'm not leaving. And I refused to. And it was sheer will, and I refused to leave.
Oh, I'm so glad you made that decision. And the other thing is, like, you don't see the nurse's faces really anymore, or the doctors. It's all covered now, but you can still see their eyes, right?
Yeah, that's the most important thing, is eyes or the
eyes.
ones.
Okay.
Yeah, it's eyes. Everything else, it's just I see people's souls through their eyes. So it was definitely their eyes. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I had a delivery this week, and the guy with his mask was and I was like, I bet you're smiling behind there, and he's like, yeah. It's just weird, like the whole mask dynamic that we have
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So, so what are some things that you did to cope with such terrifying experience? So, again, it's kind of like laughing, keeping
I used
centered.
used humor, and I stayed calm. I prayed. I prayed. Oh, did I
Yeah.
pray? Reminds me of that song. Oh, did I pray for
So
non blondes?
it's good to share those because everybody's going to have some crisis at least once in their life. Hopefully not, but it's quite possible that you'll have to experience. So just stay calm. Just like the same when you see bees and wasps, you don't go, right? You have to stay calm
And trust that it will get dealt with. It will.
trust.
This trust is the biggest thing. I had the utmost trust in my team, in my nurses team and my angel team. I had the most trust ever. I established that connection and that relationship with my angels that whole week prior. And I just had that connection and that energy and that beautiful connection with them. So I just knew that I'd be okay. Like, I'm just like, hey guys, get it together. Let's work on this. And then when I went into the OR, she asked if I had anything to say to the team. I'm like, do your job and have fun. And then then I went out.
So were you surprised that this experience happened to you? Like you didn't see that coming for sure. Were you surprised, like a near death? Like the only person I know is our friend that had a near death once. But yeah,
It's amazing that I like that day we just talked about near death
yeah.
experiences with Laurette.
And then it happened that night.
Yeah.
It's like synchronous. Like it's just.
Well, it's like she prepared me a bit for it. Like it
Oh,
was like she was
yeah,
preparing me. It was like, okay, this is what it might feel like, but it feels so good after. Like once you come back,
yeah,
it's like, oh, you know. So it was.
yeah. And imagine next week you'll feel even better. You
I feel
know.
really good right now. I do. I feel very. It was almost like any toxics that I had. It was kind of like it was doubt. Anything that was toxic in my body got let out. That's
Yeah.
what it felt like. That's what it felt like. It feels like that's what it feels like now.
Okay. Yeah, you transmuted some negative stuff, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then I just wanted to ask you, what other, like, do you have any message for others that you wanted to share at this time? Like, if they happen to go through a near-death experience?
To first of all tell the people that you love them now. Don't wait till tomorrow because we're only
Oh, yeah.
guaranteed today. We're only guaranteed today, and it can change in a heartbeat. Literally, it
Yeah.
can change in a heartbeat. Secondly, would be hug your babies.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, hug your babies because I couldn't imagine leaving him. I couldn't imagine leaving him, and I'm just so grateful that I'm here, so I don't have to. And the third one would be really, really find gratitude for what you have.
Yeah.
Every day, I used to have a great big list of things I'm grateful for. Now it's very simple. I'm grateful for the blood in my veins, for the
Oh my gosh,
breath in
yes.
my lungs, and the sight in my eyes, and just it's just very basic because I would have been gone just like that. So
Yeah. You know what I've learned this week, Debbie, also is you talking about gratitude is we should have gratitude for all what our ancestors did for us.
yes.
You know, because there's somebody, our ancestors that invited the Kleenex box,
Yes.
the laptops, the cars, the little things that make our life so much better, flushing toilets.
Yes.
And we can build upon that. So we have to always have gratitude because don't look at what you want, but look at all what the way like the ancestors did to get us to where we're at today. They paved the way for us for all these things. And
now it's time for us to step up and like really,
yes.
really step up and be like, okay, you created this. What can I create? So they found a problem.
Yes.
They solved it. They found a solution for that problem. There's a couple big problems that are happening in this world today.
What is it?
And well, the first one, I would say the biggest one is the racial thing that's going on right now. And I didn't even know what happened in America about that poor, poor black man. And I didn't even know what happened in America about that poor, poor black man. And I didn't even know what happened in America about that poor, poor black man. And I didn't even know what happened in America about that poor, poor black man. And I didn't even know what happened in America about that poor, poor black man. And I didn't even know what happened in America about that poor, poor black man. And I didn't even know what happened in America about that poor, poor black man. And I didn't even know what happened in America about that poor, poor black man. And I didn't even know what happened in America about that poor, poor black man. And I didn't even know what happened in America about that poor, poor black man. And I didn't even know what happened in America about that poor, poor black man. And I didn't even know what happened in America about that poor, poor black man. And I didn't even know what happened in America about that poor, poor black man. And I didn't even know what happened in America individual, that man who got murdered. I didn't
Yeah.
know when that happened. I was healing. I was recovering.
It was the same day as you, Debbie.
The same day.
Yeah. You were in the
Yeah.
hospital.
Yeah.
It happened the same day. Yeah.
But that's a huge problem that is now needing our solutions.
Yeah.
As women, as white women, as women in Canada, we are privileged. What can we do? And that's what
Yes.
I want to do. I want to ask everybody who's watching this or whoever, like, what can you do to find the problem and then think of 3 solutions to that problem?
Yes. And it's perspective, because in Canada, like you said, we hit the jackpot. I mean, I traveled to remote places in jungles in Central America, and let me tell you, it's a real eye opener. Like, we have it good here.
Yeah, it's better than good.
And we can walk.
And guess what?
Ourselves.
If I was anywhere else, I might not have lived. If I went through that emergency, I might not have. I would have just bled out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And thank God that the hospital is 5 minutes away. Like, any longer, I would have been gone.
So think of 3 solutions.
Find a problem and then think of 3 solutions. And the first problem is be the racism that throughout the world. But what's happening most right now in the States is absolutely horrendous, and I feel for everybody. And I'm really proud of people for standing up and saying no more. But there is an alternative way, and I think it's up to every single individual who doesn't want this to last and says no more. It's up to them to think of 3 solutions and give it to somebody else. 3 solutions. You're a manifester of your own world. So if you have a problem, think of 3 solutions. Somebody will think of it. Somebody will do it. Somebody will manifest that. So keep thinking of solutions to every problem that you face.
Okay. And then you said there was another thing that we need to address. So you said racism, and the other one?
The other one's, I think it's coronavirus, but to me, that's not as big as what's happening. It is completely, but I mean, there's a solution for it. And if we, again, think of a problem and come up with 3 solutions, then we're manifestors of our own reality.
Yeah, we are the plan B.
Exactly.
Like, it's not going to magically happen. We have to step up and roll up our sleeves and contribute
where we can. And if we're not happy with what somebody else offers, then don't just, sorry, pardon my French, but don't just bitch about the problem that they're trying to fix. They don't have this key. If you have the key, then you stand up and say, hey, I got something over here, or I know somebody over there. Network and get it done. Just get it done. Quit relying on people who don't know. That's not their expertise. So
I think that's a big message, Debbie. It's not just to talk about it, but actually stepping up and doing something.
Taking inspired action. We've been talking about things, and I personally have been talking about, oh, I could do this, and all these ideas. And until I take inspired action on them, then it means nothing. If you don't say, oh, I want to go to school, and I want to do this, and I want to do that, and you don't even do the research part of it and take inspired action, how do you expect that to actually change anything, right? You can't learn if you don't take the first step into learning.
Well, I think that's amazing. And thank you for sharing that. And I hope that everybody that's listening, that inspire you to just have a look, think about it, and see where you can contribute. There's so many opportunities to do more, and it doesn't have to be huge. Like, little baby step can make a big difference,
Kindness, the benefits of kindness is incredible. And just by smiling at somebody at the store, or just if you're standing, just talk to somebody and make eye contact. That connection is so important right now. Now, that eye contact, that I'm going to, like, that is the most important thing, is that connection with somebody. We may not be able to hold somebody, but we can definitely hold them with our hearts and with our souls and with their minds by having that eye contact.
Yeah, it's been rough, like, for being in social isolation. I
wanted to hug you so bad.
Being hugged, like, I haven't got a hug in a long time. I mean, the little kids hug, my teenagers, it's like it's pretty quick, and they're like, I'm out, but like a good, nice, warm embrace. It's been a long time, and I miss my friends. I mean, I talk to them, but I miss, people. And now what happens is everybody I meet on my runs, like, they get an earful. I'm like, hey. Even people in the parking lot, I'm like,
and just start talking. But I think maybe it's helping us by being antisocial. It's helping us be more social, because what we're lacking right now is what we need.
Yes.
So we're lacking being social. Then there you found a problem. Now find a solution for that problem. And a lot of that is like video conferencing and that kind of thing. Well, we can right now, but
Yes.
network and get out there and meet new people. It's about meeting new people right now. There's so many amazing people like you and I who are doing something, and find out what they're doing, and like, yeah, random acts of kindness are amazing. I posted also, I'm having a difficult time adjusting to, like, it's a very traumatic thing in my body. Everything just changed, right? So
Well,
just
yeah.
catching up is very difficult. And so I posted, I was really real. I was having a very hard time 2 nights ago, trying to get
Yeah.
to bed, because it was the second night, but it was the first night in my bed, and I felt all that energy. And so I posted if anyone's had that experience before, and if anyone has any tips. And I had so many people reach out to me, and I have so many wonderful people who want to listen and talk. And I feel about being vulnerable, that is one of the best ways to receive help, is by asking for help. And from now on, I'm just going to ask when I need it, and be very direct with what I need, because if you're not, then not you're not being true to yourself if you're not honoring yourself with what you need. And somebody can give you what you need, but you have to ask. And the same with angels, you have to ask.
Yes. And that's one thing I love about you, girl, is you ask, you put it right out there. Listen, I'm struggling. I need, and people always show up for you. But the thing is, you do ask, and you're very direct. And I'm like, I love this. And you inspire me. Like, when I communicate with people, I'm raw and real now. And
No, thank you.
I'm not gonna try to, play the
Sugarcoat,
timid
yeah.
games, or just, I'm just like, but
Yep. You have to, you let them know what you want when you want. And
yeah,
if they're not aligned with it, and if they aren't enabled, they'll tactfully say no. And it's okay to get a no. Like,
yeah,
it's about accepting rejection and redirection.
yeah.
It's rejection isn't rejection. Rejection is just
No,
redirection. It's like, oh, okay, well, I'll go that way then. That's okay. So
yeah. Okay, so everybody, so let's just try to do something for the world, and let's all reach out when we need help, and let's be authentic in all our relationship. Like this COVID thing, I think we're supposed to all communicate better. Like this is one of
yes,
the,
yep.
let's talk
The lessons.
real,
And the three things that I've learned to say in a very stressful situation is,
Mm.
number one is, I'm grateful for this moment.
Oh yeah.
Number two is, how can I grow? And number three is, what can I learn? Because once you ask, coming from a gratitude, and then a willingness to learn from it,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
you're going to learn the lesson. But if you
Mm-hmm.
don't, and if you just say, oh, you're not appreciating that lesson that you're getting, then you're just going to keep relearning that lesson until you are grateful for it, until you've learned something from it, and until you can grow from it. And if not, you're going to stay in the same spot doing the same thing.
Yeah, my friend used to say, if you don't learn your lesson, you get right back on the merry-go-round.
Yeah, yeah. It's
And
just like,
do it again.
it reminds me of pinball. Like pinball, when
Yeah.
you play pinball, it's like, oops, oh, wrong step, missed a step, oh damn, missed a step. Or
Yeah.
Pac-Man, like, you just keep coming back until you relearn that lesson. So
And that's the beautiful human experience. Welcome to life. We get to learn mistakes and really master some of them by repeating. Oh, yeah.
So I have lots of tricks.
It's a fun ride. Well, my last question for you, my dear, was how was it for you to share your story today live with everybody?
I feel so relieved right now, because I did post it on Facebook, and I got a lot of loves and likes, but I didn't feel I was able to give my whole story. And I was giving my story to different people, but it wasn't all encapsulated in one.
Yeah.
And I really like this way of being able to,
Yeah.
now I can go back and look on it and see what I actually went through, and not look at it through, oh, it's just reading it. It's actually seeing me doing it, and my emotions, and seeing that, and it becomes more real for me. And it's like, okay, this did happen, and I'm very grateful that you were able to host it. And I really am so appreciative of you. Thank you so much, Anna.
I love you so much, and thank you for doing this. And I know that, like, you and I were a team, and that's why we started this Ohana High Vibe Tribe. This is our way, our solution, one of our solutions to try to make this world a better place by spreading some hope out there and provide some support when we can. and just come together, and we're doing it. So thank you so much for sharing your story. I have a little song for you that I had it. So that's your song.
This is the song.
I'm still standing.
Thank you.
You're still standing, baby.
No, I'm still here. Oh, so beautiful. Thank you. That's exactly the part of the song that I heard when I woke up. That's exactly the celebration. It was just a celebration of just like, whoo.
I had to sneak it in there because
thank you.
It's such a powerful song. I'm still standing. So everybody, Debbie's still standing. She's doing better. She's recovering well. Please send her some love. Give her some love in the comments. And just love her because I love her. And let's have a love fest on Debbie.
Ooh, no.
Well, I didn't know we were going there today. No.
Okay. See, the humor gets me every time.
I didn't expect that. That's so funny. You're so funny. So, Debbie, I hope you have a beautiful weekend. Please take it easy. And if you need anything, just ask me or just put a post on Facebook. Ask for help.
Thank you. And I challenge everybody who needs help right now, who's struggling with whatever it is, with any kind of anxiety or anything, just put it out there and your tribe comes to you. It's incredible how many people will come to you and help you, but you need to ask. And it's just taking the humble road and saying, I need help. And I need help, and I trust that help will come.
Can somebody come and help me with my lawn to cut it, please? No, that doesn't count.
You have a teenager?
Oh, that's right. I'll put them to work. So I hope you have a beautiful weekend, and we'll see you on Monday with Charles.
Yes, that's going to be a really good one. I'm very excited that I made it to do that.
Oh, thank God. And
that'll be Monday. It'll be exactly a week after.
Yeah, I need you, girl. I don't want to do this Ohana thing without you. Okay, so on that note, Ohana, nobody gets left behind. Debbie, you didn't get left behind. You had a whole team with you, and I'm glad you're here. We're glad everybody loves you, and have a nice weekend and rest, and we'll see you on Monday.
Love you guys.
Love you. Bye, everybody. Thank you for listening, everybody. Have a great weekend. Take care.
Bye. Thank you.